Yo, what up, guys? Over 9,000 reviews. Back from the dead after, I don't know, a year and 3 months. I think we started the channel in October, or no, a year and 6 months. It's been since we made a video. A lot of things have happened since then.
Oh my God.
Obviously, Luis isn't here. He's busy right now. He's still around. He's just, he's in medical school right now. I was busy. A lot of MMA stuff going on. Some other stuff happened. So we weren't able to make videos as much. We just got super busy. But we are back. We're going to be uploading. We're thinking a Wednesday, Saturday schedule. But we're not 100% sure. We're still working that out. But there will be 2 videos a week for you guys from now on. Just want to introduce Alex. He's a new member of the team here.
What's up, guys?
Anime fan. Goes to cons with us every year. Been going now for 5 years, I think. It's 5 years. We started with Denver Con.
5 years?
5 fucking years, dude. It's been 5 years.
Crazy.
We started going to Comic-Con, and that's, we went to high school. I think we went to high school together. We met freshman year in high school, and we've all been friends ever since. So, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about what is happening with Vic Mignogna and our opinions on it. I know a lot of people...
Hashtag IStandWithVic.
Yes. And our opinions on it. Obviously, you know what our opinion is going to be already. But and I know a lot of people have made videos like this, but I just wanted to talk about it because from what I've seen and how I feel about it. How do you feel about it, Alex? Let's hear from you first.
I think it's a load of bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like, it just seems that there's a lot of evidence that, you know, people were just blowing shit way out of context, but there's not like a lot of evidence to prove.
And when is somebody labeled a survivor after a kiss? I'm sorry, but I totally agree with rape victims. That's a terrible thing. That should never happen to anybody.
No.
But a kiss on the cheek that was already warranted, and I've seen Vic before. I've actually been to probably 7 panels that Vic Mignogna has been in between Colorado Anime Convention,
like
Nandes-Con, Comic-Con. He's been to all of those, and we were in the Denver area, so we go to all those conventions. And I've seen him probably 7 times at those conventions in the past 5 years. And numerous people all the time ask him to reenact skits. It's a huge thing. And this guy is nice enough to do it. Most people would pass on that. They wouldn't do that. I've seen this guy give free autographs. Amazing person. Amazing person. Truly cares about his fans. Personally, I've seen it.
Well, yeah, they were trying to say that, like, because, you know, he hugs his fans. They're trying to say that, like, to some degree...
And I'm sorry, you're not a survivor. Sorry.
It's a fucking hug.
Yeah, it's a hug. like, you are not a survivor. You can't call yourself a survivor from that. Oh, I was hugged by somebody. Now, if you were beaten, dragged into a van, and yes, raped, yes, that is terrible. You were a survivor. Even if you unwillingly, you know what I mean, were raped, lured into somebody's room, I understand. That's a survivor.
It's getting heavy.
Right?
Jesus.
But getting a kiss on the cheek, I'm sorry, and a hug, that is not a survivor.
Well, I guess it started because did you read the actual, like, basically, like, with the other actresses, like, their statements on what they said happened, allegedly?
Yes.
He said that, like, so, you know, they go to these comic conventions all over the country, so, like, it's like Monica Rial and all these other, like, high-name voice actors, like, they all travel together. Well, they all stay in the same hotels.
Exactly. You know, they have Dragon Ball panels all the time, Dragon Ball family panels, all different kinds of stuff where they'll have people like Sean Schimmel, Chris Sabat or Chris Sabat, however you want to pronounce it, Monica Rial, Vic Mignogna, all the people involved in the Dragon Ball industry, right? And they'll just Q&A. They'll have a giant Q&A, 7 people sometimes, all from Dragon Ball, able to ask questions. I mean, we've been to ones like those before.
Well, I guess basically they were just trying to say that, like, he would, like, invite girls back to his hotel room and that he would take advantage of them and stuff like that. And
what I'd like to say there is, I'm sorry, but if you're an adult and somebody invites you to their hotel room, you kind of know their motive. Pretty much. I would, in my opinion, you kind of know the motive there. I mean, if you're having, from what it sounds like, the people he's invited to his hotel, they've been having drinks or they've been doing adult activities, nighttime activities that adults would do, and it's probably warranted. Maybe he invites him back to his hotel, right? That's you consenting to go back to the room. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like, you know, like, it's basically the way I see it is that so obviously I wasn't there. I can only make a decision
on
based
the facts,
on the evidence.
Not the facts,
evidence
but what you know.
Seen,
Exactly.
And basically, it just seems like, you know, it's just a witch hunt. Like, there's not a whole lot of, like, substantial evidence.
Well, if you're going to bring it to the public too, I think you need to bring proof. I think Monica Rial is telling all of us fans, you know, anime fans or Dragon Ball fans, whatever you want to say, that she doesn't owe anybody anything. When you come out and say Vic Mignogna has done something to you, to the public, then they deserve a right to know what happened. I'm not saying in detail, but I want to know what happened. To what regard? She didn't say if she was raped. She didn't say if she had been taken advantage.
Just allegations, you know. There's no like, substantial evidence, which is kind of like, I don't know, like we're in a time in America where like shit like this is just such a big heated.
Oh yeah, issue. And the guys get the heat for it. I am not against women. I am not against men. But there's people who...
I'm against men doing fucked up shit to women.
No, I am.
I'm also against women that use their voice for
the wrong reason. And that's exactly what I'm saying. There are a lot of girls out there who are trying... Who will come out years later. Sometimes, I think it was... Who was it where these girls were coming out 30 years later and saying that they had been taken advantage of? Why didn't you speak up sooner? And I get it. People are afraid to speak up. But in this day and age,
it's just kind of like a traumatizing thing where, like, you know... I feel like it's a little embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's probably hard to talk about to somebody.
I can agree. It can be hard, but there's a lot of people who fake that kind of stuff and will bandwagon off of that to get money. And there's no recourse of action set up for these girls who do that, who put these gentlemen in these terrible positions, like, you know, Vic Mignogna, where he could ruin his life. He could go to, I mean, if he's accused of rape, he could go to jail for a very long time. And if it's proved innocent, he loses, let's say, 10 years of his life. And then that girl gets a slap on the hand. There's no recourse of action for her. Nothing's going to happen to her. She's just going to be like, oh, well, guess she lied.
Basically, like, when the Me Too movement started, I thought it was, like, a good thing. Like, there was... It just,
100%.
It just kind of, like, took a bad turn because that's where a lot of people thought they could use their voice for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. It's a lot of... And sad to say, there are people like this. People who learned how to manipulate the system and use it in their advantage to either gain money, popularity, publicity,
or just
whatever they need.
Life over.
Yeah. Maybe Monica Rial is doing this as a publicity stunt. Who knows? You know, the only thing she has under her belt, really, in my opinion, anything good is Bulma. And I mean, she's not even the original Bulma. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody likes the original Bulma better.
Because, like, it just seems like, you know, because she'll post all this shit on Twitter, like,
100%.
About what's going on. And then if people, not even in like a malicious way, like, or they'll ask for, you know, like, can you show some evidence, or like, do you have?
And she'll block you. I don't know you anything, or she's not reporting the law. Yeah. She's saying she's reporting fans to the FBI. I mean, what? Asking a question gets you arrested. I mean, I didn't know that was constitutional rights. I didn't know you.
Well, and I guess her fucking husband is like a really high
Funimation, yes. Yeah. And I am, and that's the next thing I want to say. As you know, you guys can't see it, but behind you is a wall of anime. I have tons of anime, and I'm a huge supporter of Funimation sets. I love their sets. They're affordable. They're very well done. They look great on a shelf. They have a bunch of extras in there, whether they add a figure to the set, whether they add pins, you know what I mean? They add all kinds of cool things to the set, or something like glasses from the character, or, for example, Mob Psycho with the box that they added a spoon. The spoon he bends with his mind and stuff like that, which is really cool. But it's really hard for me to want to continue to support their releases when something like this is happening and they're outing somebody.
Yeah.
And there's been proven videos, I don't know if you've seen these, but of Sean Schimmel bad-mouthing, these are from back in the day, way back in the day, bad-mouthing Vic Mignogna.
I've seen that.
I mean, making fun of him, calling him gay, saying he does incest, making jokes about him incest with his brother. I mean, all this stuff, because he does have a twin brother, not many people know.
Vic Mignogna does?
He does. He has a twin brother, well, a fraternal twin. Yeah. And it's just horrible that they would record that and talk back. I forget the other voice actor involved. I don't remember the other voice actor. But it's horrible that they would talk like that about him. You know what I mean? Behind his back. And Vic is, from what I can see, maybe there is a side to him. I don't know. Yeah. But, I mean, I've personally talked to the guy at conventions at his booth. And to me, like we said, I've seen around 7 of his panels. He is genuinely a nice guy.
Yeah, and that's kind of
what I've seen.
So that's kind of where I don't want people to think that I'm being biased when I say, you know, hashtag IStandWithVic, because, you know, just because I've talked to him and you seem like a nice guy
doesn't mean there's not something.
Yeah, so like the way I see it is that, like, right now, from what I can see, it doesn't really look like there's any substantial evidence to say that he.
Yeah, where's the proof? You're in the same boat.
But if there was substantial evidence, I would come out, I'd swallow my pride, I'd say, like, okay, he deserves to suffer whatever consequences.
All I want is evidence. If it's true, it's true.
And it'll suck.
It'll suck. It's a sad thing to see that somebody so so powerful in the voice acting community was like that, but I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. That's what happened.
It doesn't
and
seem
it's for the
like
better.
he did. Like, there's just nothing.
Exactly. There's no real big flags, but there a lot of the
It's
people.
like I could say anything about anyone, and it's an allegation.
Exactly, and that's
just as credible.
There's a video on there of him doing that at a convention. What he did was he said, basically, guys, it's really dangerous for me because I could put my arm around a fan. He used the example, or give a fan a hug, and they can immediately say, for their own publicity to get likes, and maybe because they're lonely, they could say, "Oh, Vic grabbed my butt," and it will explode. It'll explode like a wildfire. And did you see? And there's no protection for him.
Yeah. So there was basically this one girl that tried to post a video of that on Twitter, basically just to make him look bad.
I might have not seen this one. I might have missed out on this one.
But basically, it was him doing the Oron host high school club thing.
I've seen that happen. Yeah, we've seen that happen in person at a panel. I don't know if it's the same girl.
So the girl, because this girl basically retweeted a video of that to try to make him look bad. But then the girl in the video that he was doing that with basically commented on the tweet and said, like, you don't have my consent to use this video, and I don't want to be part of your fucking witch hunt on Vic Mignogna. Like, the girl in the video said
very
that.
good.
Yeah.
I give kudos to that girl. I tip my hat to her because that is.
And then, okay, so what's really stupid to me is, like, did you see the video that Funimation put out after this whole shit went down?
My God, when they didn't want to go to court with Vic? Yes, I did.
They're like, we're not bullies, we're nerds.
Let's put all it, let lawsuit, drop the lawsuit. We all, yeah, exactly.
It's like, they're the ones that started it.
And that's why they're afraid.
Yeah.
I think there's something to be hidden, and they didn't think Vic would fight back. Like,
because he's a very, very nice guy. So
he is, and it's very hard because in my opinion, he's a genuinely nice guy, and people like that get eaten alive in the show business, as we know. There's just people out there out to get you, especially in that business. And Vic Mignogna is a huge name in that business. He's been around for a long time. He doesn't look it, but he's 50 years old.
Yeah, he's 56, dude.
56, exactly.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. I would think
he looks like
in his early 40s.
Yeah, like
early 40s, late 30s, dude. And this poor guy is being beaten down over one thing. He's done. I mean, and I've heard rumors before about it. I have heard rumors before, but once again, rumors are rumors. They're not proof. People need proof. I mean, this guy's career is ruined at this point. The only thing he got back onto is the cast of K-On!, and I think it's because people stopped pre-ordering.
Well, they dropped him from basically everything.
Oh yeah, he's just finishing out the K-On! Thing, and then he's done with that. But, this guy, I mean, he's talked about it numerous times, especially at Comic-Con, more so than non-con, is his Star Trek series he does online. And I don't watch it. I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah, me either, but I've seen it. Yeah.
But he's actually lost money doing this before. He does it because he loves it. Yeah. Not because he's trying to make money off of it. He does it because he loves it, and this is what he wants to do. And it was his dream to do it, and now he's doing it.
Yeah, it just sucks because, like, I don't know if you know this, but, like, the big way that voice actors like that, like, get their checks is going to conventions and autographs.
Oh, 100%.
And stuff like that.
Big part of it.
Yeah. Like, the actual, like, voice acting, like, pays okay, but, like...
It's the fandom that pays.
It really
is. Fandom.
So the fact that he's been uninvited to so many conventions now is, like...
He's lost his livelihood. He's lost his way of making money.
His reputation is...
Now, I am happy about the Kickstarter program they did. It earned over the amount they needed for Vic to get a lawyer and get help. I'm assuming hopefully some of that's going to help him financially stay afloat. It might all be going to that lawsuit, though. I mean, $100,000 in lawsuit.
Funimation's probably a pretty big company.
So they're huge.
This suit,
huge company,
I'm sure
dude.
He could get a
they're actually a part of Sony now. Sony bought Funimation.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so they got money then.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
They're contracted with Sony. So, and I was a little skeptical of that at first because of the box sets and stuff like that. I was worried prices were going to get up, but nothing's really changed. Actually, prices have gone down on certain things, which is nice.
I feel like if Funimation's guilty in this suit, I'm just not going to fuck with Funimation anymore. It's going to be hard, but...
And that's the thing. People are not re-signing up monthly for their Funimation accounts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but did you hear about the glitch that they made it so you couldn't unsubscribe from Funimation? Yeah,
really?
They put it in their system that I guess basically... you couldn't unsubscribe. Like, you'd go in and try it and it just wouldn't work. Cause, like, in their update, like, they updated it so that it couldn't, like, you couldn't unsubscribe from Funimation.
Oh, my goodness. No, I didn't hear about that. That's
probably because they knew people were going to
unsubscribe. No, and I mean, you look at the draft, they announced if we get 2,500 people to sign up with our newsletter for this new 30th, I think it's is it the 5th or 30th anniversary for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
They were going to, release this crazy cool collector's edition with a figure and a couple other things, and obviously the whole set packaged Blu-ray, which I would love to pick up, but all the comments were about Vic Mignogna.
Yeah.
And the only ones they didn't respond to, which was, I think 90% of the comments when I read it, were the Vic Mignogna ones. They only responded to the ones where people were saying, like, oh, is this gonna, what's the screen ratio or something like that, and they would respond. But they would not respond to the Vic Mignogna comments.
I'm glad that at least, because, this has happened a bunch of times where, the Me Too movement has, like, been used for the wrong reason. Like, because there's a big difference between being a scumbag like Harvey Weinstein and being Aziz Ansari and going on a really bad date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the problem with these people, is there's no recourse of action from something that happens like that. It's just word of mouth. And if word of mouth gets around, they're ruined. Their whole career can be ruined. I mean, it's terrible to say, but it's true.
It's true. And it's like, sometimes it never even goes to court. They literally just make an allegation and their career's just over.
Exactly.
That's all there is to it.
I mean, there was a guy who got accused and it's not down the same road, but there's people who get wrongly, falsely accused, and there was a guy who got accused of murder, and he was in jail, I think, for, it was 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that actually happens more than you'd think.
Exactly. They found out he didn't do it. I mean, you can give somebody $40 million, but you can't give them back 20 years of their life.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day,
you kind of have to, because, like, what else can you do?
Exactly. Better make this life the best you can with the time you have it, kind of deal. But the problem is you can't get those years back. And being in prison, I mean, a lot of the prison systems, you're stuck in a cell. It changes the whole mental game up there when you're stuck in a cell. You're probably not going to be the same coming out of there.
And I think it's like another thing is crimes like what he's allegedly being accused of are a lot harder to prove than some other crimes, because, like,
100%. I do not disagree with you on that.
Because, like, and, like, I can't imagine what it would be like being put in a situation like that. I'm sure it'd be traumatizing and hard to talk about. So 100%. That's probably why.
Well, it's embarrassing too. It's just when you're talking about relations, I'll call it relations, with somebody, that's not, like, me personally, I'm very private about my relationship with my fiance. I don't talk about the things we do, what we do, when we do it, it's a very private kind of thing.
No one else's business, really.
Exactly. No one else's business. And that's how it should have stayed. It should have went quiet in the court, and Monica Rial should never have made a tweet about it if she wasn't willing to talk about it.
Well, she's just like a social justice warrior, dude. Like.
Well, exactly. And then where's the proof? Show some proof. Say something, because guess what? People are going to see it in court. You know what I mean? It's going to come up in court. It's going to get bugged. Somebody on the jury will release information. Something will happen. It will get out there. Either way, the information is going to get out there. And it looks worse if you take it all the way to court and you won't do any justice to the fans now besides blocking them or telling them you don't owe them anything. Well, if you're going to bring something up like that and say you've been wronged, in what we're calling a sexual way, you better have proof. And you better, I'm not saying show a video. I'm saying give us on the lines of what are you talking about? Because I saw a picture of Vic kissing Monica Rial on the cheek.
Really?
Is that what he's talking about? Is that what she's talking about?
I think she said, I remember her saying in one of her tweets they used to do, like, weird shit like smell her hair or something like that. Which
it's weird, but how does that?
I don't know. Like, I remember, like, reading her actual, like, statement, and basically she said that, like, he just tried to force her into doing a lot of stuff they didn't want to do, but, like, none of it seemed like, like, to add up. Like, it's just like the fucking case with that dude who faked his assault. You know what I mean? At first you're like, feel sorry for the guy, but then you find out that he's just a lying piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what's just so.
Well, when that first happened, I felt bad for him, and I was like, okay, anyone that uses their voice or something like that.
And why was it the week before? I don't know if you saw this, after the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie release, which was a huge release, super successful. And I loved the movie. I thought it was great, and I think a lot of people did too, because it added a lot to the universe. It cleared up a lot of things in the universe that weren't clear before. But right after the release, Vic made a tweet. It wasn't at Monica Rial, it wasn't at anybody. He put out there, I enjoyed this release so much. It was so much fun. I had a great time. What did Monica Rial do? She said, it was great. Can't wait to do it again. Kissy face.
At him?
Yes. 100%.
So why would you say something like that if he did all these terrible things?
Exactly.
Okay.
A week after. Why would you? You don't have to. You're not required to send a tweet back to him. And I mean,
and like, if he was such a terrible person, he did all these terrible things to you, why would you tweet that at him?
Exactly. And there was another guy I watched a video about, and I saw the video. I don't remember which voice actor it was, but there wasn't a chair left for Vic Mignogna there. He got there late. And you know what? Everybody's fucking late sometimes, dude. I'm late to things sometimes, and I always make a goal to be on time. Sometimes I'll leave 20 minutes early for something that really I only need to leave 10 for, and there's a train or there's traffic. You can be late. Things happen. And these voice actors sometimes are coming straight from the airport into a panel. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes they get stuck. Sometimes their flight gets delayed. You know what I mean? Things like that happen. So, but anyway, he's coming in, trying to find a chair. All the chairs are taken. They were joking around. The guy's like, you could sit on me, and he kneels down, and Vic got on his shoulder and was pretending he was a horse, right? And the guy totally goes along with it, was fine. And then he comes back later, after all this, he's like, during these allegations, he's like, Vic is the most humiliating, rude guy. I remember one time we went to a panel, and there wasn't a chair to sit in, so he requested I get out of my chair, and he sat on my shoulders and treated me like a horse. But I didn't want to say anything. I went along with it because Vic Mignogna was a big deal back then, but it was the most humiliating thing ever. It's like, big deal or not, if it really was a big deal, you should have said something then and there. You need to be a man and say something then and there.
Submit to being... That's the
Treated
dumbest
like that.
shit ever. Oh
Yeah,
my,
exactly.
He's not like a god. You don't have to be like, oh, okay, Vic
It doesn't
Mignogna,
matter
I'll
how
be a
big it
horse.
is. If you're uncomfortable with it, say it. And knowing Vic, he's such a nice guy, he would have apologized. He would have felt terrible because he was just trying to lighten the mood.
That's so
really
dumb.
Is what the guy does. He comes into the room. He's there to make a panel fun, enjoyable. He's really there to talk to his fans. He talks to fans about all sorts of things. He's very honest, very upfront. Honestly, there's a lot of things he's not supposed to do at conventions that, like I said already, that he'll do. He'll give free autographs to people sometimes who will ask for an autograph from him. Hugs. Once again, you don't get many voice actors who do hugs, and now it's really not going to happen. I guarantee this Comic-Con's going to be real different.
Let's take a video like, see, she said I can hug her. Yeah, I'm going to hug her now.
This is consent.
Okay?
This is consent. Yeah.
All right.
But no, I mean, I'm assuming, conventions are going to be a lot different from now on, but, he's done all types of things. Doing skits, getting off stage, standing next to somebody, doing a skit with somebody. You know what I mean? From there, I mean, talking about all sorts of things about the industry. You know what I mean? Even calling people on the phone. I remember Vic Mignogna must have went to high school with this girl's dad. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He got up on stage, called this girl's dad on the phone, and was like, do you remember me? We used to go to high school together. Yeah, your daughter was here at my panel. It was good catching up with you. Yeah. Crazy, dude. The guy is just a normal, nice dude.
I'm sure some people are probably like, oh, he's just doing that to create an image that he's a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, there's always those skeptics, though. And I mean, there's always two sides of an argument. I understand that. But until I have some proof, dude,
See, I'm not, fully, if he was doing this shit, then I wouldn't be, in denial. I'd be like, okay, well, I was wrong. Happened. He's a piece of shit, and he deserves to be punished. But
exactly. It was fake.
It just doesn't seem like that. It isn't what it seems like.
Exactly. It seems like a very nice guy got stuck in a very bad situation.
Well, it's like, when you're a super nice dude, it's very easy to take advantage of
100%. And,
It's like, people mistake kindness for weakness.
Exactly. All the time. People do it all the time. I've had it happen to me before. I'm a very generous, very nice guy, Because,
I'm always willing someone's super nice, you think you can just walk all over them and you can do whatever, and they're just not going to do anything back.
But he did. He got a lawyer.
I'm glad he did. And I think they put out that video to try to make him feel guilty. Because I think they were trying to take advantage of the fact that he's such a nice, kind-hearted dude. And then maybe be like, okay, I'll drop the lawsuit. But I don't think he should. I think he should sue Funimation for every fucking thing.
Oh, no, he has to. He has to sue them for, I think it's detriment. What is it called? I'm trying to remember the lawsuit. I'm not an attorney.
Probably defamation of character.
Exactly. That's exactly. And,
Well, and also, filing a false police report, filing a false...
all kinds of stuff, ruining his career, and lost income he's had. He's had to cancel. So many conventions have canceled on him, right? So much business has been lost in all the shows he voice acts for. And, I know people might... And even if you've ever been to a convention and talked to a voice actor about this, you really have to love what you do, because you're not getting paid like somebody like Samuel L. Jackson or, Hugh Jackman, who played Wolverine, who got paid $50 million to play Wolverine in a movie. You're not getting paid like that. You have to do it because you love it, right? And I'm not saying they can't make a livable wage, but they're not making anywhere near that. Where now Vic Mignogna's like, oh, Vic Mignogna's been doing voice acting for so long. He's got like $200 million under his belt, dude. He's got a giant ass mansion. You know what I mean? He's gonna be fine. He doesn't need any money. No, he probably does not have enough money.
I mean, I'm sure they
to
make
live out his life.
Enough money to stay, especially from the Broly movie. I'm sure he made
quite a bit. Yes, I'm not gonna disagree.
The movie did like $30 million at the box office.
In total, I know the first week it did 7. I'm 100% sure. Or was it the first? It was either the first week or the first day.
So you got to think that he's getting some of that money. Not all.
Oh yeah, they got a lot. I'm sure they got a lot from that movie. I'm sure Sean Schemmel got a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But it was the Broly movie. He's Broly.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. I'm sure those 3 got a ton of money from it, but still, I don't think it would be enough for him to live the rest of his life off of happily.
Not at all. And I think, I mean, he's been in the game since, I think, like, 97. I think he said in one of his panels that the first voice he ever did was in, like, 97, and he was like, Vega in a Street Fighter anime.
That's
or
right,
something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, exactly. He's been around for so long, and just to see somebody go out like that and have their career ruined that quickly, potentially.
Over, like, something with no backing. Like,
exactly.
None.
I'm not saying it's. I think Funimation should have suspended him. Is what they should have. They should have done.
Well, it's like
or a leave of absence with him.
Because like, imagine you have a business that basically like, and then one of your most prominent members gets accused of something like that. It's just bad for business if you don't get rid of them, which sucks.
But at the same time, it's bad for business. Look at
they've definitely shot themselves in the foot.
Exactly. I think they should have the way they could have protected themselves instead of firing him was put him on a leave of absence.
And then like maybe look into it.
Until all this came out. And people would have appreciated that. They would have said, you know what? You guys are trying to pick the right side. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Then and Funimation would not be in the position they are now. Because either way, in the end, they could choose to fire him if the allegations were true and proven, and he was proven guilty in court. See you later, Vic.
I mean, you
did the wrong thing. But if not, he could come back.
It's not innocent until proven guilty anymore. It's guilty until proven innocent. Like, that's just the way it is now. It sucks, but...
It's a really sad thing, man. It's really sad.
We live in a weird time. Like,
it's
everyone's
100%.
offended by everything. Everyone can make allegations about everything.
100%, dude. 100%. Like, it's crazy to me, and I'm all for 100% equality with women. I'm 100% for women's rights, and I'm 100% for women speaking up if they've been done wrongly. But there has to be some sort of action in the other...
Because it goes both ways.
Exactly. There has to be some sort of action towards them if they are falsely accusing somebody, and if that person ends up in jail or loses their job or ends up in court and has to, you know what I mean, go to court to save their ass. Yeah. There has to be some sort of countermeasure to them. Not just a slap on the hand or nothing happens and they could just go do it again if they want. There needs to be some sort of recourse that deters these girls from doing that who are doing it for the wrong reasons. Some sort of punishment, whether that be financial or, you know, incarcerating them and putting them in jail.
I mean, yeah. I think that, you know, if it was up to me, they would just have to do the time that, you know, the guy would have gotten if he was convicted guilty.
But, ooh, that's a tough sentence.
I mean, I don't think it's how it works, though, sadly.
It's not how it works, but that is a tough sentence right there. I mean, I would say at least a minimum of $250,000 to $500,000 penalty, so fines that they would have to pay for that, and obviously criminal fines. And on top of it, they would need to have some sort of recourse to pay that person.
Yeah, you just can't just lie about something that make that bold of an accusation.
100%. I 100% agree with you. It's very sad, but it's very true. There is no recourse of action for those people.
No, and it just sucks because I think I heard that Jamie Marchi, who's one of the other voice actors, she played like in Soul Eater, one of Death the Kid's guns.
Yes,
and then she's like in Fairy Tail. And
was it the taller gun?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and then she's like in Fairy
Patty,
Tail.
right? Patty.
Yeah, I think Patty.
Patty.
And then like she plays Kana in Fairy Tail and stuff like that. So like she's like kind of like she's got some bigger roles.
She's in very well known anime. Maybe not the star of the anime, but she's in there.
She's been one of the other accusers, and I heard that she's actually losing a lot of work at Funimation now because of what she's
I'm sure saying. A lot of people are. I'm sure Funimation is losing a lot of money right now. I mean, I'm sure they're losing their their ass on a lot of Dragon Ball Z products, Dragon Ball Super products, Dragon Ball products in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot less Funko Pops are being bought. Dragon Ball related Funko Pops, Dragon Ball products such as T-shirts, you know, fig pins I think is the new big thing too. People like fig pins a lot now, and overall their sets too. Their Blu-ray and DVD sets that they released, the Dragon Bricks and the Blu-rays for the Dragon Ball Z franchise. I think that's a bad thing for Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is huge in America. It's honestly one of the if not the big, exactly, depending on what you consider Pokemon. It's up there with the biggest of the big. You know what I mean? It really, in my opinion, it is probably the biggest anime. Yeah, exactly. If you watch Dragon Ball, you might not even be an anime fan. There's people out there who don't even know what anime is who watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's probably. I didn't think it was. I didn't even know it was an anime
until later on. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of people recognize that series, and Funimation holds the rights to that series. They make a lot of money off of that, and the whole allegations are around Dragon Ball characters. So a lot of people from the Dragon Ball universe are not supporting the franchise anymore.
Well, it's like, you gotta think that, like, fucking Monica Rial and Vic Mignogna have worked together for years, because she was on Full Metal, too.
Exactly, and I don't just want to go after Monica Rial here. I want to go after Sean Schemmel. Crazy how this man reacted. He should have just stayed quiet.
Is what he is.
He should have just stayed...
Fucking Goku's a soy boy. Who would have saw that coming?
He should have just stayed quiet and not said anything about this.
Yeah. He
is not a part of it. Is not as He should have said, you know what? I will testify in court when the time comes if I have to say anything, but I am not telling you what side I am on. I'm not giving, you know what I mean? I don't owe anything. I am not a part of this, guys. So please don't come at me with questions about it. And I would have respected him 100% for that. I would have said, you know what, Sean? You're just protecting your job, which I understand. You're protecting your job.
He made himself look like an idiot.
It's not there, exactly, and you're not a part of it, 100%. So no worries with that.
Sucks because he's a nice guy too. I wouldn't have expected.
He was.
That.
I mean, now that I see the things about him, man, it makes me second
guess. I was fanboying so hard when I met him in person. Like, oh my god.
And a lot of people, man.
He was such a nice dude. Like, I was like, dude, it's an honor to meet you, and he was like, dude, it's an honor to meet you. Like, he was so fucking.
It makes you feel fake now, though. It makes you feel kind of faked out.
After what he said, yeah.
It does. It kind of. Just seeing the things he said, it kind of looks like it's just like a tape recorder act. Like he's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. He doesn't really mean.
Yeah.
What he said, that's how I felt about it. And a lot of people are just so disgusted. And a lot of people, even using the word, just watching other YouTubers' videos, embarrassed to be a part of the Dragon Ball community or to have loved Goku to the degree they do. Everybody loves Goku, man. Almost everybody's like, who's your favorite character? Goku! When you talk about Dragon Ball, immediately, Goku, Goku, Goku. You hear all about Goku, and now people don't even want him as the voice actor of Goku anymore. People have gone as far to not even like Goku as a character anymore because he portrays Goku in the English dub.
Yeah, he really kind of
it's really
dug
sad.
His own grave.
Really, he did. I mean, do I see them getting rid of him? No, because it would be wrongful termination once again, and Funimation would get in trouble for that, most likely again, which would mean they lose a lot more money.
Funimation's just like, you're fired. You're fired.
Exactly.
You're fired.
See you later. You're gone.
You're gone.
But, you know, which would make them lose more money, which, you know, already they're losing a ton of money, I'm sure, off the Dragon Ball franchise, so.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot to keep up with.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's always new videos. Somebody's got a new video out, and I appreciate this is the one time. There's definitely videos on YouTube that I feel like a lot of people are just piggybacking off of and clickbaiting and giving the same information as the last.
Oh, dude, YouTube's just so clickbaity now. You know,
right? Exactly. But I feel like every video I'm watching, I get a little more information, and I don't know everything about it. I'm not going to say I do. But, you know I've seen a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff about what's happening. And for my opinion, I think we could both say, and being long-term anime fans, I mean, we've been into anime for, I mean, when did I get into anime? Like, end of junior high, beginning of high school. You know what I mean? So
I've been watching Dragon Ball since I was a kid.
Yeah, I've been watching, but when I really became like an anime fan, not like I watched obviously when I was a kid, and I watched the 4Kids dub of One Piece. I know it's not not good, but you know what I mean. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Fox.
Is that the one with the fucking rap?
Yeah,
One Piece rap.
Yo, God,
God.
Yeah. I watched that in the morning with Chaotic. You know what I mean? Ninja Turtles. Didn't even know that was anime. So those are the kind of things. Like,
is it anime?
Ninja Turtles not. I mean One Piece. I didn't know because it was just lumped in there.
No, because it's on,
with all that and chaotic.
So,
yeah, exactly. It was on.
So was Naruto.
Well, it was on Foxbox too.
Oh, was it?
That's where the 4Kids dub was on. Was on Foxbox.
Just remembering that rap now, I'm cringing a little bit.
Oh god, see, I don't mind it. I kind of
like the rap.
I like the rap. Oh god, what? I do. I like the rap.
Do you like Killer Bee's rap too? When he's just like,
take it or leave it. Oh man, but no. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. It's probably gonna be a pretty long video. I don't know how long we went on for.
Like maybe like 20, 30 minutes.
Look at this man with his Apple Watch.
I don't have AirPods though.
I don't have AirPods. Oh god.
I
just learned what that meant like a week ago. I think on the
AirPods.
Yeah. Some kid online told me I don't speak broke. I got my AirPods in, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, but thanks for watching the video, guys. We appreciate it. Sorry for the long hiatus. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be making more videos. Like I said, we'll be posting 2 videos a week most likely.
Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. But I'm not exactly sure. We're shooting for Wednesdays and Saturdays, but that might change. We'll let you know in the next one. I might be doing a giant pickup video for our next video. I have a bunch of anime that I ordered over Christmas. Some of it's still on back order, and then some things I've been collecting in the past month. So I might just show a giant like 3-month pickup video of what I've picked up since the sales during Christmas and what I picked up until now in March. But we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.
Peace.